Hey, welcome to Quick Looks with the Casual Hour. My name is Bobby. Joining me for this special look at Marvel's Midnight Suns is Chase Kinnicky, and I cannot wait to show this game to you.
You're my Midnight Sun, Bobby.
I am your Midnight baby. That's me, Chase. I am a Midnight Sun.
Wow.
Yes.
You got buff.
I got buff, baby. This is the Hunter, a character that we'll talk more about here in a little bit. I'm not going to show it. It's Joker, but thank you.
Okay.
We're going to hop right into a mission here, and we'll talk a little bit about said missions. I just want to show you some action because I think we can go from that. We're going to run with a few people. I've got these characters unlocked, but I'm going to stick with people you probably know, such as Blade, Iron Man, and we're going to go with Doctor Strange.
Sure, I've heard of these people. Oh, okay. So is this like some pre-order pack you got on? Because one of the things I remember seeing is that all the superheroes had black and gold Midnight Suns outfits. So is this classic Iron Man skin something that you got with some kind of unlock, or is that a something in the game? What do we got here?
Let's go ahead and show that off really quick. First of all, you know a little bit about it. Clearly, you're saying that out. Midnight Suns just came out, Chase, yesterday, December 2nd. What else do you know about it?
I know it's currently only on the current gen consoles of Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5 and PC. I assume we're playing the PC version here.
Yes, we are.
And the other versions, Nintendo Switch and last gen consoles, it will be coming to those consoles, but it'll be sometime in 2023. But this is the new game from Firaxis, the makers of XCOM, Enemy Unknown, and XCOM 2. And it's a turn-based strategy game, and there's cards, and there's superheroes.
Oh, yeah.
What do we got? What is this?
You're saying, why do they look like, their normal selves? So whenever you pick your squad up, you can hover over and see everybody's health and offensive stats. But if you press on keyboard, if you press R for edit hero, when I go in here, so I can edit the deck before battle, and we'll talk a little bit about that while we're in the battle. But if we go to customization, you're going to see what they look like when they're hanging out just outside of battle, but then combat outfit. So you said Midnight Sun, it's locked. I can't show it off right now. But I did get a version that allowed me to get some extra skins.
Oh, okay.
And so they've got, some of these I think are comic variants. I don't know about Iron Knight, but I have Bleeding Edge on, which looks a lot like your default, but a little bit deeper, shinier.
Looks a little bit more MCU version of Iron Man.
Yeah, and then I could buy like different shades for that. There's a lot of customization when it comes to how people look in the game.
What do you mean by?
You earn stuff in game. So like I've got.
So this is not. Hey, I can spend $8 for some skins. Or
yeah, you can buy skins. I bought the legendary version that came with all the DLC characters that they're going to be dropping, like Deadpool, Venom, etc. And that came with some extra skins as well. There is a store that you can buy stuff in, but if I go to that customization again and I pull that up, so you can see that this here is showing gloss. That's in the upper right hand corner. I've got 338. You just pick that up in battles, and when I was picking the mission, it's like, hey, you can earn some gloss there for it. So gloss is what you use to buy like more cosmetic stuff for your room and for your character. But let's get into battle and show you what it looks like getting it here. This is just a general mission. So I just unlocked these. I had 2 to choose from and 1 story mission. And I'll go ahead and spoil it. I'm at the point in the story where I can get Spider-Man, and that's what the mission's. So
I did see a Spider-Man symbol on that map, so that makes some sense. I mean, they showed off Spider-Man.
So this is a new thing for I haven't done one of these yet, but it's called Destroy the Hydra Devices. So you are fighting Hydra at this stage of the game. A quick TLDR on the story: there's ancient gods. Your character is called the Hunter. You are tied to the ancient gods. Your mother is a real problem. She's a real pain in the ass, and Hydra is working with her. I know it. Hey-o. So this one here is enemy reinforcements will grow stronger each turn. We need to move quickly to destroy the devices.
Oh, like some sort of get to the front of the train style mission. I see.
Yes.
Something we're good at.
Something we're very good at. Also, Spending a redraw on certain Iron Man abilities will provide gameplay bonuses to the ability, such as increasing damage or adding knockback. You can redraw. So let me give you an overview of what that looks like here. Doctor Strange also has enhanced abilities for this one. You maybe understand why I'm picking these guys to go for this battle.
Okay.
So you have a certain amount of heroism. Heroic abilities will also automatically increase and decrease their heroism cost based on the current amount. So let's talk about that. I've got 3 characters here. Everybody has their own deck of cards. You have 3 cards per play. I have 2 redraws. I think the redraw is per match, not per play. And I have 1 move, and I can move as much as I want to 1 character before anybody does their abilities. All right.
Okay, that sounds a little bit like Mario plus Rabbids, the way that worked.
Yeah, and then over there in the bottom right hand corner, do you see where it says heroism?
Yes.
Okay, so if I come down to our cards, at the bottom, that bottom left, you see how it says +1? That means that this quick strike from Blade is going to net us 1 heroism. And if you look out here in the world, there's certain things that have yellow outlines on them. And they start to show a little bit of a fan behind it. So this does not require a card, but it requires 2 heroism points. This is like momentum in fights in tight spaces, a game that we've played a lot on our show.
So are you spending heroism points, or are you just collecting them, and once you get to certain thresholds, you can start doing the different things that the heroism asks for?
The latter. So as we're attacking, we're going to build that up. So we'll use 3 cards, but if we have 3 heroism points, then we can still do things in this world.
Okay.
So right now we need to destroy some devices. This is one of them. I think that's... Oh yeah, there's 2. This one's protected. This guy's going to suck. The other thing I'll call out, not every enemy has a health bar above them. As you can see, those are 1-hit kills.
Okay.
So let's just get into it. I'll show you a little bit of what's going on here.
Okay. This seems a little weird to have your objective, like, you just started this thing and your objectives are right next to your heroes. Are the maps usually this small?
Yep.
Or is this just
tiny. They're tiny.
Okay.
So far, at least. I don't have enough, and some of these abilities require your heroism, so let's just get into it. This is a knockback. I like that, so I could redraw it to add knockback. I'll go ahead and do that just to show what I'm talking about here. So now I've added knockback to that card because I've used one of my redraws on it. So I can't use these cards here right now.
I'm sorry, what exactly does redraw mean here?
Exactly what it sounds like. So I can get rid of a card, but this card had a special ability on it that if I redrew it, it got an extra buff on it. And that's just the thing that's going on for this match for Iron Man.
So for these non-Iron Man cards, if you redraw them, they turn into something different. But for the Iron Man ones, when you redraw them, you're actually just getting the same card back, but with a bonus?
Yeah, so this knockback ability is pretty kick-ass, and I'll show you why. I'm going to go to this guy. I'm going to use Quick Blast. We got Iron Man selected. I'm going to take this guy here. Let's get rid of these guys because they don't have a health bar. So if I hit him, I can now direct him if I wanted to. That's not going to work for him, but I'll go ahead and knock this guy. And then because of where he's at, I can knock, now that I have knockback on it, I can KO the other guy and still do damage on him.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, it's really cool. And because I got a KO on it, I refunded that card back into my pile. So,
okay.
I've got a few other things we can do here. I've got 1 heroism, so I'm going to go over here to Blade. And he can chain attack with this one. So we're going to do the same thing. I've already got this person hurting. And then we'll chain over to this guy and kill him. Oh, also, do you see above their health bars the symbols?
Yes.
To the left of it? That's letting you know who they're going to attack.
Okay, sure.
So we're going to take 1 more hit on that guy, and we're going to chain over there to that. And now we've chained, killed him, and taken more damage down on this guy. Now the problem is these guys are getting stronger each playthrough. So should have been focusing more on killing the objective, but we're gonna get there. All right, that's 2 heroism to use that. I could use that here. Apply 2 weak enhance. I'm gonna take on this, and I'll have Doctor Strange do some damage here. So I burn my heroism. I have 1 more card to play, so we're gonna do that now. And I'll do 1 more quick attack with Blade, and we'll take this guy out because he's almost dead. Perfect.
I know that wasn't your signature move.
Now, I've got 1 heroism. I'm gonna switch back over to Ironman, and I'm going to see if there's anything around here that we can use to our advantage. Yeah, I can do a little bit more damage on that. So I'll burn my heroism up, or I'm with Blade, sorry. And I've almost got this Hydra thing out. 21 damage on it. And because I didn't go over this, I'm sorry, I'm moving pretty quick here. This guy here, you can see that if I go over him, he's got this offensive rush card. Certain people will have cards on them that allow you to pick up if you kill them. So we grab this key card, recover the contents of the red storage crate. So that's this guy here, it looks like. And I've got the key card to grab it. So I'm going to send Blade over there. Nothing, you know, we're mid-battle. We're going to open this up. No big deal. And I got 26 credits from that. So now we're going to end our turn and let the bad guys do what the bad guys do. So I've gotten slow, put on Blade. He did resist that. Iron Man, same thing. That was because they're well rested. But I don't think he's going to resist that one. Yeah, okay. So they're going to get stronger this round. That guy's a protector. He's going to keep us from doing damage on that one. So let's see what we got here. Blade can do bleed. We've got a quick attack. And... all right, that's pretty good. So we can give everybody a little bit more damage. Doctor Strange, being the wizard, does a lot of buff abilities, and everybody here is up and up, which is great. That's going to cost 2. That's going to give me 1. Let's attack this guy and try and get that one taken down. So I've got this here. That'll do 47. That's 36. That's lifesteal.
Are these damages set, or is there a range of damage they could do? Like you did 18 damage there, but was there a chance you could have done the full 21 that you needed?
Only if the card says it. So you can see the attack values on each card. So this ability is going to do 36. I gave a buff to it. So I'm trying to make up my mind on a few things here. I could go ahead and do give Blade a buff, which is going to allow him to do his next attack, which would be bleed. And it would take 4 lifesteal. So I could do that, do this, and then try and take this guy out because he's going to keep me from doing it. And I think that's the move I'm going to go with because this is also going to give me 2. So Blade's he's going to apply bleed to his next ability. I removed dazed from Iron Man because he got hit really hard by this shield guy. Oh shit, I'm out of cards to play. Fuck.
Oh no.
It's okay. I think I can do something else here. That's not going to go the way I want it to. That would kill him and him. Shit. Is there anything else I can use here? All right, that wasn't smart. Where's an intern?
No undo button anywhere?
No. We'll take some hits here, but we got enough strength to withstand some of this. And I'm pretty sure I will maintain my heroism into this next round.
Ouch.
Yeah, that guy sucks, man. So
but he left his post, so you got plenty of...
Yeah, we've got some good stuff there. These guys are just going to keep getting strong. Oh, he went back to
Oh,
it.
never mind.
Okay. So that's protected again.
I like it when we're in control.
All right, we are good. Chain 3. So let's see what we can do. We're going to take this out. How far can we go? Is that it? Man, I really need to get Doctor Strange in a better spot.
When you have chain 3, could you chain to one guy, then another guy, then back to the first guy, or does it have to be 3 separate targets?
I think we could try that. Let's do that. So we'll do here, here, and you're saying back to this one?
Well, I was wondering, like on the guy with the shield, if you could hit the shield and then hit the shielded guy. Well, it doesn't seem like you. Well,
Yeah.
okay. If you could hit the shielded guy and then hit the other thing, no, you can't do that because he's protected. But
Yeah.
then that other guy and then go back to the shielded guy.
Nope.
No. Okay.
But we'll just go ahead and do that though, because I'll get rid of his shield.
That's some nice animation.
Yeah, it looks really good. All right, Doctor Strange is back. I need to increase a few things here. I've got 2 cards to play. That's going to get me up to 4.
And you got your redraws back, so it looks like that's a turn thing, not a
Yes.
battle thing.
Yep.
Could you use the knockback on the shielded guy to hit into the... Oh, he's immune to knockback. Okay,
Yeah.
that makes some sense.
Yep. That's not going to hurt anybody. That's not going to hurt anybody. I wonder if I can just take this thing out. Nope, that's a knockback move. I could knock this guy into it though. He's not in the right direction. Let me see if I can move Iron Man to the right spot. Let's move him here. And that could take that out. No. Nope. Okay. Damn.
But now you could knock that guy. You could use your blast to knock that one guy back into that, right?
Yep.
This shouldn't take long.
So that's gonna be a knockback on him. There we go.
Okay.
That
Oh,
took
that
out
blew
the-
up the... Oh, no, it didn't blow up the thing. Could you now hit that crate trash can into that other guy?
I think Blade would take some damage there, but I could get him because he's gonna knock back into Blade. Let me see what I can do with Blade here. Oh, hang on, I can use this.
Okay.
I want to take this guy's shield completely out, so he will no longer be protecting that one. So protection is lost. I don't have any heroism left, so we're going to end our turn and go from there.
I guess I'm a little not confused is the wrong word, but like a little unsure on how some of the movement and number of actions different people can do at any one time. I mean, it seemed you could just do, if you wanted to, you could use all 3 of your cards. Well, I guess you'd have to have the cards for it, but you could use 3 Iron Man cards in a single turn, so all you do is stuff with Iron Man for that turn, right?
Yeah, I don't have... Yeah, I can show you here. So,
Okay.
for example, Captain Marvel. If I come to Captain Marvel, she's got a binary mode. If I do 3 Captain Marvel cards, she will go into binary mode. So, you know, like in the movies when Captain Marvel has like that aura around her,
Okay.
and she looks like she's on fire, that essentially happens here. So she'll stay in that state, binary, which allows her to do more damage until her block has been completely removed. So that's a lot. She can stay in binary for quite some time. I haven't unlocked hero abilities with everybody, but leveling up her, I was able to do it. Iron Man, he has this redraw bonus now. So if I redraw a card for him, it's usually going to get a knockback ability added to it.
Yeah.
So if that's To your point,
I guess my question is more like thinking about how XCOM works, because this is from Firaxis. You have, let's say you have 3 characters in XCOM. Each one of them on a turn gets a move, gets some kind of free action, and then gets a final action. And then you have a game like Valkyria Chronicles, where you have so many actions for your whole army each turn. So you could just use the same person over and over and over again and spend all those actions with one person to get a bunch of shots, or to have them move a bunch of places and have the rest of your army do nothing. So I guess I'm kind of trying to figure out how this one works. Is it more like Valkyria Chronicles in that, hey, we have 3 card plays we can use each turn. As long as I have 3 Iron Man cards in my hand for that turn, I could just use Iron Man 3 times and leave Doctor Strange and Blade and not do anything with them this turn. Is that possible?
I guess so. I think you're maybe overcomplicating things. So let me try and make it simpler here. You've got 3 cards that you get to play out of your pool every single turn. Right. It doesn't matter who you pick. You can do all Iron Man, you can do all Blade, whatever you want to do. Yeah. You can redraw 2 times per hand. So I can get rid of any of these cards twice. Sometimes it'll be a whole new card. Sometimes, like for Iron Man, it's going to add an ability to it if it says so. I have 1 move that I can do. So I haven't played any cards. I can move any of these heroes around and place them somewhere in the environment.
But that's 1 move for the whole team.
It's 1 move for the whole team.
Iron Man, or I could move Blade, or I could move Doctor Strange. Okay.
Correct. So I can move all those folks however I want to. So like that would be beneficial for, a few reasons. But right now I need to move people because they're going to blow up the next round.
Yeah.
So I've got 3 moves I can make. Heroism is going to allow me to do environmental attacks on here. So you gain heroism by playing attacks and skill cards. Environmental attacks are free attacks that are very useful. You use them wisely to score knockouts. Try using 1 or more rocks to wipe out extra enemies. Environmental objects will glow when they can be used. So they really want you to use that stuff for the non-health bar enemies.
And some attacks or some actions with the cards also allow your characters to move, right? Like you had one with Blade where
I can move everywhere.
Okay.
That's not a problem.
So even though it's 1 move, it's just 1 move without doing an action, but sometimes your actions can also move you.
Right. So I can move Doctor Strange here, which I will, because he needs to be out of that way anyway. I've got an ability with him, so I can move him again if I wanted to, because I haven't played anything, so I can keep moving him. But if I do this card, which I want to do, I'm going to take this to knock into that guy, or I'm going to take this guy who's going to blow up and knock him into that one. Actually, I'll do it the other way around. I'm going to knock this guy there. So now he's going to use a knockback ability. That takes out one of the guys that was going to blow up at least.
Fair enough.
And I refunded it because I got a KO on it. So that's back in my redrawable situation.
I see.
So I could figure out if I wanted to go with Blade. There's not a whole lot there, but I want to attack this thing. So I need to figure out the best way to start doing damage on that. I've got a marked target that if I do this here, it's going to, help out with some of those things. But I'm going to take this and see if I can do a little bit more damage on one of these guys. Because that's a free move. It's an environmental move. Just use heroism. And that will be... I've got 3 cards left to use. So I'm going to mark a target here with Iron Man. He's vulnerable now. And I'm going to grab Blade and do this. And now I can use Lifesteal and try and take this thing out a little bit more. and everybody's out of harm's way, which is good. And I did damage on that, so I can end this turn and carry over my heroism for the next round. So we'll let them do their damage. I should be able to take out that big thing here next. Oh shit.
Oh.
Okay. It's the first time I've had that happen.
So that's also a little bit like XCOM, where
Yes.
because you could have your characters go down but not out, and then if you healed them up, they'd be back in the battle.
Yeah.
I know you had like a well-rested status on these guys at the beginning of the battle. Do they also have like injuries or wounds if they take damage in battle like they would in XCOM? Like if we had people where they took a little bit of damage and they were, you know, on the shelf for 2 in-game days before they could come back and participate in another battle.
I haven't had it happen yet.
Okay.
A lot of the story, because I just, this is like the first time I've had it kind of open up post tutorial.
Got it.
And
Yeah, how long have you put into this game so far, would you say?
3-4 hours probably, give or take.
Okay.
So we did lose a gloss bonus on this one, and that's that thing I was calling out that allows you to buy like custom skins and things. You get more if you have a higher difficulty. I'm playing this on the recommended normal, so we did lose 10 from being knocked out, but we got a coil and an artifact, and we got some credits. And this is the cool thing, like you get these neat comic book variants.
That's a cheap comic book.
It's a very cheap comic book. So this puts us back at the Abbey, and again, that was a general mission. It has nothing to do with the story. It's just a chance to level up your heroes. The other thing that they do is, even if you are not actively playing with all the heroes in the game, they will do their best to keep them at a level comparable to where your main character's at. So that's pretty cool. If you wanted to like rotate people in and out, you're still getting some experience credit that way. The reason I went with Blade though is I needed Blade, that research progress, the Way of the Fang, complete 3 missions with Blade. So now we're kind of doing the XCOM in between shit. So this is your quarters. You can find more paintings throughout the Abbey to bring in here. You can change your outlook, or your outfit. So if I wanted to have something just for like my Abbey outfit, you can choose that stuff here. I think that the character models outside of combat are a little generic. This one especially, like, because your character has to be pretty universal. But
Sure.
like, here's all the combat outfits that you can get. Like, it'll change quite a bit for your character versus everybody else. But
Okay.
then when you're outside of combat, it's this kind of over the shoulder, like, dare I say, like almost like an old school BioWare game where you're building relationships with people and you're talking with folks, and it gets into more of a I'm leveling up those relationships to get bonuses in battle. So kind of like
Oh no.
yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
They put your Fire Emblem 3 houses in this game?
Yes. So it's
No.
It's got like a whole Fire Emblem 3 houses thing that's happening outside of battle. But you can see the main map here for the Abbey. Up here you have a super link, which you can see like more or less like a social media feed, but then people can message you and you can have like conversations with them. This doesn't happen too much, but research. So we've got a few things that we can check out. So let me go show you what that looks like, because I think this stuff's kind of interesting. We'll come back and talk to a few people here in a second. This is
So
the
this
forge.
is- This is definitely different than previous Firaxis games. I think about XCOM and you think about like building your base
Yeah.
and building new tech and waiting numbers of in-game days for the research stuff to take place.
That's here.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I assume that's what the research part is, but I mean, that seemed more like objective stuff, like side objectives, especially with the way you had with Blade, where you had to do like 3 missions with Blade to unlock something in the research, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just looking for you.
So this is Nico. She's one of the Midnight Suns currently. Full voiceover.
esoteric mystical order.
And
Nice.
I think it's pretty good for the most part. I think your character probably has the most like deadpan delivery of things. And you can change the voice of like when you do the character creation, you can change how you want that to be.
Tell me what you need.
There's a lot of representation there that you can do based off of like how you want voices and stuff to sound. And look.
How about it? Ready to
How vital would you say that this section of the game is? Like, sorry to keep bringing up XCOM, but this was made by Firaxis, so I feel like there's a good comparison point here. Like that, you could play the fights in XCOM perfectly and still lose, because part of the game is also the upkeep of keeping all the nations happy, doing research, sending your flying weapons out there to go shoot down UFOs, so then you can go on the on-foot missions.
Yeah, I think that it's not that at all, man.
This is more casual. This is more, hey, you're upgrading a few things. It's not so critical to the outcome of the game that you are doing this stuff correctly, right?
Yeah, it's more relationships. Sorry, my dogs are going crazy.
No, you're fine. So it definitely is more like Fire Emblem Three Houses, where it's let's find a way to get a couple new bonuses, let's buy some new weapons or something. It's these smaller incremental upgrades that just kind of flesh out some more story stuff and relationship stuff. So then, okay, I honestly like that better than XCOM.
Yeah,
because I just didn't. I got to a point where I did not like doing the base building stuff in XCOM. It was too stressful to do that stuff when I really just wanted to focus on, look at how cool my squad is. I want to keep these squad members topped up.
Yeah, I think that this is really more about like, how are you, and I don't know why they're not down here right now. I guess it's making me do some sort of like post-mission thing. There are all those things that you're talking about right now from the like XCOM stuff. So that's the Forge. That's where you're gonna like get new cards and abilities, upgrade things there. In here, this is a research area that Captain Marvel is working through. Back here is Agatha, and I haven't unlocked her cauldron yet, but there's stuff like on the grounds, because like on the map here, I can't really zoom out right now. I'm inside the Abbey, but all this stuff outside of this is you can explore. Like you can see there's a chest over here.
Oh, okay.
And you're doing a lot here on like finding artifacts, unlocking more pieces. There's like even abilities. So I've got this words of power. You're unlocking these things that this will let me open doors and like old cryptic things of my. You're like multiple centuries old. Your character. You've been dead.
Okay. There's a lot of stuff to do out here.
Oh yeah, this is. I would argue, man, that there's probably more game here than like the fighting almost.
Okay.
It's like I'm out here now and like I'm exploring. Like here's a little mini thing. I'm trying to find all 4 of these shrines. I found 2 of them because something's going to open up. These are the original Midnight Suns.
Okay.
It's like you're finding things out here. You're hanging like, hey, Tony Stark wants to go fishing with you so you can build your relationship.
Sure.
So you can go fishing with the Avengers and shit like that. And like you're gonna come out here and find stuff. If I interact with this,
Fascinating.
like it'll let you know, like I didn't get it there because I already found it, but you're getting arcane points. That's gonna level up different things on your character, which I think I can show here.
I mean, this was something that I really liked in Fire Emblem Three Houses, going through the monastery and talking to people and building the relationships and doing the student teaching stuff. And then when I tried to play another route on Fire Emblem Three Houses, I found it incredibly tedious to go back through the monastery stuff that I had done, for 60 plus hours before. I mean, I know you're super early into the game, so I'm sure you haven't found any of this stuff tedious yet, but I wonder if this stays interesting when you're coming to this game because you want to play a tactical strategy game.
It's one of those things that like you have to be prepared for it. Like there's a lot here. I mean, like I'm asking away, and the other thing that's going to come into it, you're even going to have things that like hurt or better your relationships. Like you can upset somebody in a conversation, and you also have a morality for your character. So like I could go down a dark path And if I do that, I'm getting all new abilities that like I can use those abilities that will further me down that path. And it's about how you want to interact with it. Like I think it's more
Tell me
up
about
to
yourself,
you on
Captain.
how you want to see it play out. I always tell myself, I'll come back to that one. There's a lot of conversation. That's the other thing too, is like there's a lot of time in between battle, at least in the tutorial, where you're like just learning about people and building those relationships, because that unlocks certain things. If I go to my character, yeah, here we go. So if I go to the profile, you can see my alignment, that I'm going more towards the light. And if I go to customization or hero, here we go. So some of these abilities, like this one here, that white shield, I got this fortify card because my character is more aligned to the light. Now there'll probably be more like, you know how it was in like KOTOR, you get dark side abilities that are far more aggressive and do more damage, but there's other things that are beneficial depending on how you want to play it. So there's some cool stuff with that. I can edit my deck, and I've got a few cards, so you can only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards on your hand at a time, and you can switch those out. Over here, though, if we go back out on this side, this piece here, which I can't interact with right now, this will allow me to combine cards and power up cards and all that fun stuff. So that's where you can train and do like sparring. It's not quite tea time from Fire Emblem's Chase, but it's close enough. I'm gonna go to sleep so I can kind of reset the day and then show you some of those things, because you have like daily things that you'll do, like, hey, I sparred for today, which gave me a buff on a character plus increased my relationship with them for like 3 days. So
Is there like a calendar? Is this some kind of persona thing where, hey, I only have so many days before a thing happens? Or is this just, oh, I can only do so much stuff in a day. I'll come back the next day and do the rest of the stuff.
The latter. So
Okay.
Sparring, as I was mentioning, let me come over here and do that. So now I should be able to interact with this. Yeah, okay. So if I come to this here, I can upgrade my abilities. And if I wanted to grab those, I'll grab Ironman. So he's weak for 1 turn because he's injured. Quick Blast. So here, this is pretty cool. Because I've got 2 of these cards, I can combine them. And up here, you're picking these things up either in the Abbey or in battle. So Attack Essence is a currency that you're going to use to upgrade with. So I can upgrade Iron Man to where he draws a card if I wanted to upgrade it. So let's just go ahead and do that. So now draw a card or redraw and get kickback or knockback on that. I've also got training experience. So now that's gone into that. Every training level increases grants a large boost to environmental attacks and combat. Continuing upgrading abilities and sparring daily to earn and training. So now when we do like the jump off that or throw the rock at somebody, it's going to do even more damage, which is great. Daily sparring is fun. It costs 19 credits. You can see I've got 126. I can choose a partner. Let's say Doctor Strange. So this is going to increase my friendship with Doctor Strange, but also give him a boost in battle. So sparring is complete. Now Doctor Strange is at level 5. Our friendship went up and the training has increased. So if I take him to battle, he's going to have a buff for that battle.
Okay. What does leveling up do for you? Do you actually get increased stats, or do you get different cards based on your level?
Yes. So I think they've got leveling on here as well to give you their breakdown for it. Maybe it was up here. I think it was up here. Attack.
Hero levels, hero abilities.
Where's that at? I'm sorry.
Middle, under hero abilities.
Okay. Hero levels. Mission rewards are tied to hero level, so as the hunter gains levels in combat, the rewards are offered improve. Don't worry, leveling everybody else happens in the background. At a higher level difficulty, all heroes level up faster, so you're getting better rewards and missions from that.
Okay.
This is down here where we can do research now. So if I talk to, once he's done talking to me, there we go, interact. So we've got a few things here. These gamma coils, you get those from each battle.
Give me a sec.
Tony is working on that. So I've got one that we can analyze. And this is how you get new cards. So after each battle, you get abilities that you can choose from. And I can select 2 of these. So this is going to let me know I can upgrade. I've got 2 of these, so I can upgrade one of these if I wanted to. So really, give hero cards in your hand plus 10 damage until you play are discarded. That was pretty handy. This chain attack, though, from Blade is great, so I'm definitely going to take that one. So I'm going to upgrade both of those. And now I'll have the ability to go back to where we were outside and upgrade those. I also got an artifact on that last run. Those were the things that we destroyed. We got an artifact out of it.
Okay.
So if I come up here and I study this artifact, we've got this vessel.
Yeah.
And that gives me those attack essence. I've got a combat blueprint and this bowl artifact. There's like caves and shit on the grounds here that you can go and add stuff in that gets you more abilities, keys, currency. And we've increased our research level, which is awesome. So now we'll probably be able to do even more underneath our research tab. As you can see, we're not quite to level 3. I just got to level 2. So I haven't earned my way up to like high-tech suits yet, which is going to give me a better combat suit. Similar to like XCOM, like you can get your plasma weapons or your better protections there.
Equipable stuff. Okay.
Yeah, so that's going to come from this here. I can start one of these, so I could do, what's this going to get me? Spin moves to knock back enemies in combat or craft powerful single-use combat items. Let's start with the Way of the Fang. So I'll start research. That's going to take a day. I can't come back and do anything else until that's done, just like in XCOM. So Doctor Strange is researching for us. Tony's given us an upgraded card. If I wanted to, I could go back out to the yard, as you can see up there. So if I just move my mouse cursor or the wheel button, I'm going to set the toggle point on this, and we know that we need to go out there and we can upgrade here if we wanted to. So I can upgrade again. I'm going to go to Blade this time. That strike. He can now chain 3 people.
That's pretty cool.
That will be great. So I've upgraded that card for Blade. And then I can go down here to Doctor Strange. And this goes up for the rest of the mission instead of just being discarded, which is really awesome. So I'll upgrade that as well.
Do you know if you can upgrade cards even further, or they just have one upgrade?
Yeah, I think it showed there a little bit. I don't have anybody right now, but I think it showed that it was like X out of 5 or whatever that you could upgrade. So I think there is a cap, but you can keep giving into it, and it'll take a little bit more. Oh, hang on a second, Chase. I'm feeling a little tired.
Yeah.
Let's. Every hero deserves a break. Let's just relax for a second.
Oh.
All right, I feel much
now
better.
We're talking.
Thank you for that.
Can you relax in there with Tony Stark?
We can watch a movie. We can read a book by the fire. We can even, dare I say, game with the Avengers if we wanted to.
Hell yeah!
So it's got
Doctor Strange cheats. You don't want to play with him.
Oh, he does cheat. There is like a lot of that life sim shit. So let me see if I can pull up relationship things. Profile. Yeah, friendship. So I've done 2 missions together. I haven't done any activities with Blade. I haven't given any gifts.
You should give him a gift.
Well, I had a gift. I had a bottle of alcohol, and I didn't think that, because I was doing something with Tony. I didn't think I should give him alcohol because he's had.
Yeah, probably a good call.
Here's some heroic essence though. You'll find this stuff. This will just
hanging out.
Just hanging out. There's some gloss. So like, there's stuff that happens all day long around.
Oh, I left my gloss on the floor again. Sorry.
Damn it!
I need to pick that up.
Oh, hang on. More attack essence.
Oh, I'm always leaving that.
So I had Carol doing some research here, and it upgraded her knee strike to a plus. So that's another area of just, if you like a lot of tinkering, Chase, and if you like tactics and peer relationships, boy, I have a game for you.
I do. And I think since this is, at least from what I've heard, not a Fire Emblem Three Houses where you have multiple huge paths that you could go down, I think if I just played this game through once, this would not bug me too much to
No.
be running around this area and upgrading stuff. It's really, in Fire Emblem, it was really just, oh god, you mean I have to go do all this teaching shit again? That really drained me from doing the other routes. Even though I was really interested in seeing the rest of the story stuff, I just couldn't bring myself to go through the monastery again and again and again. That got too boring for me. But it seems like there's a decent amount of variety here of things you can do with the abbey. I'm really surprised at how big this part of the game is compared to getting in there and doing the mission. I know we just did that kind of side mission thing or like a grindable mission, but again, I was really surprised at how small that level was.
Well, why don't we at least start the story mission and we can ride the wave out from there. So, oh, cool. We got even more that opened up here. So this is a Spider-Man one. If you go over, so I can click and see what we're going to get. So this one requires the hunter. Any story mission requires your character, but any of the side missions, you do not have to take your character on. Just putting that out there. So we'll grab this one and it's going to kick into. So just give you a little bit of what happened with these slight spoilers here.
Fucking Gen Z tweens.
Well, that's the thing, because you're like 300 years old and you don't still understand any of this shit. Venom. So the main boss of the game, Lilith, is corrupting people. All right. And Venom has been corrupted and he looked badass. Venom always looks badass, but he looked really badass here. And Spider-Man came in and distracted him because he was giving you the what have you in that mission. But now we're like, hey, Spider-Man, he needs our help. We got to get him out of there. So this is about saving Spider-Man.
Do you know other heroes that you'll get? I know like Wolverine's on the box, so eventually Logan will show up and snicked Bub or whatever he does.
Yeah, I know you get Hulk. I know you get Wolverine. I know that DLC characters. I know that's Venom. I know it's Deadpool. I think there's 2 more DLC characters, and there's a handful more that you get in game. So that's. I know the one on the right is him. He's that's Ghost Rider.
Oh, he looks nothing like Nick Cage.
Right. So there is Johnny Storm, who Nick Cage played. He's in the game, but he's a very, very old man. And so I haven't kept up with Ghost Rider.
This is a new Ghost Rider. Okay, I see.
Yeah. I think Spider-Man's going to be a ton of fun in this game.
Oh, I'm sure. He's Spider-Man. I just can't be bothered to know anything about superhero shit anymore. I mean, we've had this conversation a billion times that I'm just so superheroed out. But with that being said, I think the tactical stuff in this looks cool enough, and knowing that Firaxis is on it and seeing.
Ooh, you know I'm going with that one.
I mean, yeah, that's what I'd go with. Why wouldn't you? I mean, this seems like something I need to play.
Dude, I've shown you a lot here, and under the gun, trying to do like a quick look with this.
Sure.
This is your shit, dude. Like, I really think that there's some of the fights in tight spaces, deck building stuff with the tactics of XCOM. I really like what they're doing in the combat for sure. And I don't mind the stuff in between it. And I'm getting more into it because now it's like, hey, I'm talking to this person. That's going to get me an ability, or that's going to get me a resource. So there's a benefit to doing it. Where in the tutorial, it's just kind of like, it's like a soap opera. What am I doing this for? And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, you're doing all these things because you get shit for doing it. You idiot. Do those things. But there's only so much that you can do. Like, I can't go fishing with everybody, right? I can only go fishing with one person or watch a movie with one person. So who you start to level up, I think, becomes more important on how you want to do it. Like, and I'm sure that I'm still learning about like what characters I like the best. There's the pissed off Venom. He looks really cool. You start to decide like, okay, I want to focus upgrading the abilities of Spider-Man and Doctor Strange or whoever it is.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's me, Hydra Bob.
Kind of weird to throw a Borderlands style freeze frame title screen in there, but okay.
That's how every new character gets introduced that way.
Sure. Okay.
All right, Chase. I'll show you a little bit of combat here, and then we'll end it. How about that?
Okay.
Ooh, we have to rescue people. So we get heroism to use if we rescue. Okay, watch out for. Okay. So we're gonna have to use our heroism to save people. It looks like. Fallen Venom is hurling objects. Use move to reposition heroes to avoid knock enemies into the target area to turn the tables on them. I like that.
That definitely is some fights in tight spaces shit right there.
Yeah, and these are the cards, so there's extra things we can get by KOing those folks. They're all vulnerable, it looks like. Quick kick for Spider-Man. That has a knockback on it. Oh, this is kind of cool too. The Hellmouth. So I've only used him once, but he can create these drops. He just basically opens up portals to hell, and you can knock enemies into those, which is really cool if you get creative with how you do it.
Okay, yeah.
So there's some synergy there, but we need to get people out of the way of a few of these things here. So let's see if we can reposition Spider-Man to knock some people into this damage area. What if I put him here? That works. And I'll try doing a knockback kick. And we'll send him into harm's way. Cool with that. And I will just do a quick slash over here to get out of the way. I'm not going to spend a lot of time showing off this one here. I just want to get people out of the way. And I need to do something with our buddy, our Ghost Rider buddy. Let's see if we can get that knocked out. There we go. He'll be out of the way. And
have you been enjoying using all the heroes now, or have you found that some of them aren't up to snuff compared to others?
I think they're all really cool, from what I can tell so far. Everybody's got, like, I'm just trying to like establish good synergies right now, and that's been the biggest thing is like how do I maximize those efforts to make sure this works out well.
Wait, your guy has a whip?
Yeah.
I mean, there's another guy that his whole thing is kind of whip.
Yes, there's a few people that way, right?
Yeah. You basically have a full team of whip guys here. I mean, one of them's a whip guy, but it's close enough. Yeah, that's some Into the Breach style. I just accidentally launched a nuke at you. Good God.
All right, man. So this is Marvel Midnight Sun. This has been a little bit of a longer one, but this is a very dense game. It's a very strategic, tactical game. There's a lot of life sim stuff happening behind it as well. Chase, all the things that you like from those games are here. Now, whether or not you're going to like them coming together, I don't know. I think you will.
I think my biggest worry is that there's a new Fire Emblem coming just next month. So if I am going to play this game, and I think I will, I kind of got to play it fast because I know my heart is about to grow 3 sizes once I see some new Fire Emblem.
Agreed. And I would say, you've got your PC now or PlayStation. I have played with the controller. It works fine with the controller, so there's no harm there either. But
I mean, hey, it's coming to Switch in 2023.
Woof. Really.
This seems like a PS5 game to me.
Yeah. I've been very much into what I've seen so far. I think there's a lot of great things happening with this. I'm not surprised given the pedigree of everything, and even though it is superhero stuff, it's not based off of like too much of the MCU that I've seen.
Yeah.
Tony Stark, I'll tell you, the voice actor is definitely riffing off him, and Nolan North is going to be playing Deadpool in this. So you've got that coming for you whenever he shows up.
Did he play Deadpool in Marvel vs. Capcom 3? He might have.
I don't know. And then
I think he's done the voice of Deadpool before.
Michael J. White, he was in The Dark Knight. He also played Spawn in the live action Spawn movie. He's a pretty famous actor. He voices Blade in this game.
Okay.
Anyway, this is out now. It is I think $60 or $70. There's 3 versions you can get. $100 gets you everything, all the cosmetics, all the future DLC. It gets you everything that you could want for this game. And I think it's like 60, 80, and 100 is what the prices are.
I'm seeing $70 here at GameStop. Let me see which version of this that is. This just says, this is the enhanced edition. Enhanced edition is 70.
Okay.
Legendary edition is 100.
That's what I have here.
Okay.
That is the one that I'm playing with, and it's pretty cool. I like having those things. But we're going to be playing this game on stream, so if you want to see it in action, you can definitely do so. We stream Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 10:30 p.m. Central on twitch.tv/casual hour. We do quick looks like this twice a week right here on YouTube, so if you like what we're doing, make sure to stick around, check it out. We post those every Tuesday and Thursday morning, and then our podcast, which we record Wednesday nights, where we talk about the games we're playing. You can watch that live, or you can find it wherever you listen to your podcast every Friday morning. Again, I'm Bobby, 1/3 of the Casual Hour, joined by Chase, and thank you so much for checking this out, Chase. I'm hoping you dig it as much as I do.
Yeah, thanks.
Take care. All right.